Welcome to NATO headquarters and welcome to our colleagues and media joining us from Naples. As you know, it is now a month since NATO took command of all military operations to protect civilians in Libya under the United Nations mandate. And today, Brigadier Weighill in Naples will give you an overview on what we have achieved in the most recent operations. Before that, I will give you a short political update from Brussels. This week, the NATO Secretary General Anders Fogh Rasmussen has provided his first report to the Secretary General of the United Nations. The report, part of our coordination with the United Nations, makes clear that our campaign has stopped large-scale attacks on civilians in Libya and has allowed humanitarian missions access to the city of Misrata. It is a very fluid situation on the ground, but the actions NATO forces have saved many, many lives, and we will continue to do so. It is clear that there must be a political solution in Libya, but we are determined to keep up the military pressure until all attacks and threats of attack against civilians have ended. The regime has withdrawn all military and paramilitary forces to their bases, and full humanitarian access is guaranteed. This is what foreign ministers agreed in Berlin, and this is what we will continue to do for as long as it takes to achieve those goals. NATO's resolve to see this campaign through remains strong, and our capabilities continue to grow. So NATO welcomes the additional capabilities provided by the United States and Italy recently. NATO's operations are part, as you know, of the overall international effort, and therefore the NATO Secretary General looks forward to the upcoming meeting of the International Contact Group next Thursday in Rome, which will look forward which will work towards a political solution. Now I will hand over to Brigadier Rob Weighill, the Operations Director for Unified Protector. Thank you, Brigadier, for being with us. You have the floor.
Thank you, Carmen. I just want to confirm you can hear me.
So we hear you.
Okay, good. Good afternoon to everybody, and whether you are joining us in person or by video link, welcome to Naples. I have to say that I am sad not to be able to either attend or watch the royal wedding in London today. However, since the commander last spoke to you a few days ago, our efforts to relieve some of the violence and consequent suffering brought by pro-Gaddafi forces to the population of Misrata have continued, and reporting indicates that NATO has had and is continuing to have a clear impact. We have pushed pro-Gaddafi forces back, and anti-Gaddafi forces basically control most of the city. Due in large part to NATO's mission successes to date, Gaddafi forces have not taken the city. But pro-Gaddafi forces continue to shell the citizens of Misrata with longer-range artillery, mortars, and rockets, indiscriminately firing high explosives and their rounds into the city. It is both illegal and morally wrong to indiscriminately shell cities and the innocent people who reside therein, and we will continue to strike those who do so. We are also successfully degrading the pro-Gaddafi forces' ability to coordinate their attacks by hitting their command and control centers, and we continue to attack ammunition storage sites in depth. While these efforts may not be visible, as they are often very far from urban centers, their impact is obvious near the front, where the regime's troops are having a harder time fighting. And of course, we continue to destroy tanks, rocket launchers, and other equipment that is used both directly or indirectly to inflict casualties on the civilian population when we see and can precisely engage them. It is important to remember that ours is a deliberate campaign, and campaigns do take time and they require patience. Fortunately, we have halted the advance of troops threatening civilian populations and population centers. We have seriously degraded command and control and logistic capabilities, and we have attacked troops and equipment directly involved in fighting that brings harm to innocent civilians. And our campaign will now